No, when I was 19 years old, I had to write an essay about depression in an intro to psych class. And I remember having to write this essay on depression, and you had to do it from someone else's perspective. And so you had to say, how would the environment and their upbringing, things like that, contribute to the outcomes in their life? And so by writing the essay, true or not, to be clear, about my mother's upbringing and how hard she had as an immigrant coming here, getting beat up as a kid, getting made up for not being able to speak the language, all that kind of stuff. It's when it was more accepted to beat up foreigners rather than let them in. So she had a tough time. And when I framed it like that, I was like, maybe she's actually a massive success given where she started. And so then I thought to myself, now mind you, I still wasn't over it, but it was in this process that the first thing that happened is when I went back home for fall break or winter break, I remember she said something to me which would normally just be the beginning of some big fight. You get into these routines. I'll say this thing that we both hate and then we'll just get in a nice fight about it. And she said the trigger and I was just like, I understand you. I'm sorry you went through the stuff you went through. And she just looked completely shocked and then just started bawling. And so I was like, we're cool. You don't anger me anymore. And I think for the most part since then, that's been more or less the dynamic that shifted. But leading into that was also the idea that all the relationships that I'd had that I'd blamed for not working because of the dynamic that I had with my mother, I was like, I am giving her this power over my love life. And so I was like, well, I'd rather just say it's on me to change and not have my mom or parents at all involved in my relationships.